Sactown, what is going on? It's Sactown Pete back at it again. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I just want to start off by saying I appreciate every single one of you that took the time out of your day or night to wish me a happy birthday. Had a wonderful birthday. Thank you so much. That meant a lot to me personally. And let's go and talk about this news about Damian Lillard and the Sacramento Kings. Yes, you heard that. You see the headline. Sacramento Kings among most aggressive trade suitors for Trailblazer star Damian Lillard. Article written by Jason Anderson the other day. I'm getting the chance to finally talk about this today. So let's talk about this article, man, because man, I'm just blown away with the headline and the fact that the Kings are really interested in Damian Lillard. Let's go and talk about this article, man. So Jason Anderson goes on to say that Lillard's eventually possibility of playing for the Kings, saying he felt he could help the team following a pre-draft workout in Sacramento way back in 2012. Instead, the Kings took T-Rob, and we all know how that panned out. I'm going to fast forward a little bit, and let's get to the nitty and gritty. So the Ringers, Kevin O'Connor reported Tuesday that the Kings are one of the at least 5 teams that have been aggressive in their pursuit of Lillard. Rockets, Heat, Knicks, and Philadelphia being the other teams that are with the Kings that are the most aggressive suitors for the 6-time All-Star point guard. Now, he also goes on to say that a few team executives report the Dame deal is to happen this offseason, but multiple front office sources say that Heat, Kings, Knicks, Rockets, and Sixers have recently been the most aggressive suitors. Front office executives say that the Blazers eventually will move to Lillard. They can expect a return, reviving it or surpassing what the Nets gave up for James Harden. Multiple young players, plus 3 first-round picks, and 4 first-round picks. Lillard's 31. He just turned 31 years old. He averaged 28 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds a game for the Blazers last season. Entering his final 4-year deal, that was $176 million deal with the Blazers. He will be paid $39 million next season and $48 million in the final year of the deal. So the Kings fans can dream of Dame time in Sacramento, but such a deal seems highly unlikely. The Kings would have to include De'Aaron Fox and maybe Tyrese Halliburton, along with the Hall of Draft picks, none of which appeal to Monty McNair as he enters his second season as a general manager. The Kings will be left with the depleted roster and a lack of assets to rebuild on around Lillard. Another possibility, however, is that the Kings are trying to get involved as the third team in the deal. The Kings are known to be active and aggressively in the trade market, but Fox and Halliburton are widely considered off limits. Sacramento Kings confirmed that confirmed that the Kings have expressed interest in Ben Simmons, but Fox has not been discussed in trade talks despite Philadelphia's reported demand for an all-star caliber player. Sixers will be very happy to acquire Lillard instead, so maybe Monty McNair is trying to put the Kings' position to be a part of the blockbuster 3-team trade. So let me just say that a couple things I want to talk about, and Damian Lillard deal, it seems highly unlikely, and that it's going to cost a lot to get him. Don't get me wrong, Damian Lillard is a bona fide superstar. I would love Damian Lillard on the Sacramento Kings, and if we can find a way to get Damian Lillard without giving up Fox or Halliburton, I am all for it. Sign me up. But I highly doubt it's going to happen. Highly likely it will happen, but the things that I took away from this article and just this crazy Damian Lillard rumor. The Sacramento Kings are being linked to these big names, guys. They're trying to get a star. Monty McNair and staff, they are trying to get a star. And this is what I've been trying to say for like the last year. Last year I made a Giannis video about the Kings being interested in Giannis a little over a year ago, and I got destroyed in that video. Yes, I didn't think we would have the assets or, the talent to acquire a Giannis, Greek freak, but my point of that video was at some point a narrative has to change, and this is what I meant by changing the narrative. It's like being linked to these big names, being linked to the star caliber players that are going to be available in the trade market, trying to get a star player, man. That's what was my whole point of that Giannis video from last year, and I think people took around with it and saying that, oh, this guy's crazy, he thinks that the Kings can get Giannis. No, it might sounded like it was crazy, but no, I explained it in my video. If you guys want, you guys can go back and watch the video. I clearly said that the narrative has to change, and this is what I meant by the narrative changing. A front office, aggressive GM like Monty McNair that is trying to get a star in Sacramento. And this has been this has been great. This has been great to see and to hear that the Kings are linked to these big names. A link to a Bradley Beal, a link to a Sabonis, a link to a Damian Lillard now. Just a couple of star, all-star caliber players, superstars like a Lillard. The Kings are linked to these guys, and they're trying to pursue and get a star in Sacramento, man. And this is great news. This is great to hear and see that the Kings are linked to these big star type of players, man. And that's what I meant. Damian Lillard is obviously a bona fide superstar. Would be a great acquisition. But like I said, I agree with Jason Anderson here. Highly doubt it happens just because we'll probably have to give up our whole team just to get him. But hey, if I look at the James Harden trade to the Nets, they gave up a lot of draft picks and a couple of their core young players. So maybe we give up a lot of draft picks and we give up a Buddy and Bagley. Will that be enough to get a Damian Lillard without giving up Tyrese Halliburton or De'Aaron Fox? I don't know. But if you can get a Lillard type of player without giving up your core players in Fox and Halliburton, I'm all for it. Sign me up. And this is just, this is what I want to see moving forward. I want to see us in the hunt for these big star type of players, man. In the past regimes, we weren't in the mix for any of these stars. The mindset was to always build through the draft and hoping that your draft picks pan out and become stars. With Monty McNair, this GM, I just had a feeling, man, this guy is going to want to turn it around and he wants to, change that and put it into the drought and make us a winning team. And I love the fact that what Monty McNair is doing, man. Him and staff, they are trying, guys. They are trying to get a star to lure in with the Sacramento Kings, to play with the Fox, to play with the Halliburton. And this is great to see that we have a regime that they are aggressive and they want to do whatever it takes to end the drought. And they want to get in the playoffs and, build continuity, build consistency, have a great playoff run and get there and continue to be a playoff team, man. So I just love the fact that we're aggressive. We're being aggressive. We're trying to get a star. And at the end of the day, I don't want to give up on, if it's going to cost us Tyrese Halliburton or a De'Aaron Fox, I don't want to give up on the De'Aaron Fox and the Tyrese Halliburton backcourt. I think the future is bright for both of them. And as a duo together in Sacramento, I think that they are going to be one of the best backcourts in the NBA, starting with this upcoming season. I really do believe that. And I think that the sky is limited. The sky is off the charts. The potential is limited if we were to add another guard like a Damian Lillard or a star player, or even just any other stars that I mentioned in the past. Like, to add that third star and that third piece to go with the Fox and the Halliburton, so much potential, man. So much potential. And let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this Damian Lillard news. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please hit the like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And I just wanted to say before I end this video, I really firmly do believe that the Sacramento Kings front office will be rewarded with the star eventually. Hear me out on this. It may not be a Damian Lillard. It may not be a Ben Simmons. It may not be a Bradley Beal. I think eventually they are aggressive. They have been linked to these, big names, these star type of players. And I really do believe they are going to be rewarded with a star. It's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen. And that narrative will change. The fact that the Kings can't get a star to play in they can't get a star, they can't acquire a star, they can't sign a star. Believe me, best believe me, man. It's going to change. It's going to happen, guys. That narrative is going to change. Whether we trade for a star, whether we sign a star, eventually our front office and our loyal, faithful fans, we will be rewarded with a star. We already have two potential stars. I'm not going to say potential with Fox. We already know what De'Aaron Fox is. But Tyrese Halliburton is well on his way. We have the foundation. We have the building blocks through the draft that we drafted with Fox and Halliburton. And now I think it's time to add a third piece to go with the Halliburton and the Fox that will elevate their games and that will also take pressure off their games. So vice versa. And I really do believe that we're in prime position to land a star, and it's gonna happen, guys. Eventually, like, you guys can mark my words on that. This front office, it feels great, so good to know that they are actively aggressive. They are trying to get a star here in Sacramento, And man, oh man, whoever that star is going to be, I can't wait. I'm beyond excited. And I'm just excited, for the future of the Sacramento Kings, because I really do believe that with this front office and what they're trying to do, we're going to get back to our golden era, our golden times what we had before. And I really do believe that it's going to be better than that golden era. I really do believe that. So with that being said, guys, that's going to do it for me for today's video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. We are a week away from the draft. Stay tuned. A lot of rumors going on, as you guys can see, with the Damian Lillard rumors and the Kings being active in shopping, rumors about them shopping their 9th overall pick. We'll see where that leads us to. Strap in, sit tight, get your popcorn ready, because the rumor mill and the leaks are going to be for real the upcoming week. And we'll see where it goes, man. We'll see if we decide to keep our pick. We'll see who we draft. We'll see if we trade the pick and see who we get. So that's going to do it for me for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have a great evening. Take care. God bless. Keep pushing forward, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Peace.